So that's a con. There's a point where once you're in your routine, there are weeks where you have to put the work in to continue to progress, right? So that's the con. It does eventually become work when you're having to do post-production, when you have to do marketing, and that's all social media now. If you're like us, it sucks, man. It's like I hate broadcasting my life, and that's what I felt it was as a personal thing. That's why I stopped doing it. But as a business thing, then you have to broadcast your process. But you have to do it. You have to capture it, do it. Anyways, so it comes work. But then the pro side is that if you are going into it with a love for sharing your art, we loved growing the show because we got so much positive feedback. We made people laugh and they enjoyed it, and they would write into the show or on Discord and just pipe in and just praise, right? And that felt really cool to create something that people loved. And then as we grew, like our biggest month ever was 70,000 downloads. And
wow,
that's a lot.
Yeah, it was.
Y'all, make sure we smash past that, all right? I know this is only a couple episodes in, but like, come on, 7,001.
Yeah, it was. That was a really cool. It was a really cool month. Syndicating was really cool. It was really helpful. We got on a bunch of radio shows. Anyways, it was good. It was a great time for our podcast. And what that really was to us is then that outpouring of praise. Of course, it's a small percentage of listeners write in, but like when you go up that much, we went up from 10,000 as an average to 70,000 in like 5 or 6 months. It was like a really explosive few months for us. But then we got a ton of feedback, and that's why we started our Discord, when that actually happened, to give all right, people want to hang out with us and interact with us. And then it changed the relationship with our listeners, which then helped our show continue to grow, because we didn't get stuck on our original approach. So anyways, it was just, so I'd say that's the worst part, is eventually, if you work in an ice cream shop, eventually you fucking hate ice cream, right? Mm-hmm. So
well, it sounds like consistency. And the worst part is you have to be consistent.
You have to be consistent, yeah. It's hard. Being a grown-up is fucking difficult to sit down anywhere for an hour and a half. So, but then, with a love for sharing what you're doing, when those numbers start to grow, there's very little that tops out. It's the cool part.
Awesome.
Well, I thank you for being here.
Yeah, man. It was awesome. Thanks for bringing me from the living room.
I am totally bringing out the leaf blower tomorrow.
That's funny. Where'd you put that on your TikTok? That's funny.
Yeah.
Go look it up.
Yeah, check it out. I put a paint roller and a roll of toilet paper and duct taped it to the front of a leaf blower and just woke him up with his kids and ghostbusted the shit out of him with toilet paper.
Hey, there are worse ways to start a birthday.
I know.
All right, that was our podcast about podcasting.
It's very meta of you.
So, hope you enjoyed. Again, I am your co-host, Azalea Renee.
You're a host. You are a host.
Oh, dude, I used to struggle with that all the time, too. I always called myself a co-host. We have 4 hosts.
We're in this together.
Fair.
I'm Josh. I'm not a host. Thanks for having me, though. It was cool.
Josh, where can they find you?
Man, right now it's Twitch, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern. Doing just like dance music. Just mix dance music, hang out, have a good time. Sometimes it's really chill, sometimes it's really hype. I'm in a very hype mood lately, so my streams have all been very hype.
Nice.
Yep, and
Slightly Josh. Oh, right. Slightly Josh on Twitch. I guess you should know.
And TikTok.
And TikTok, yeah. DJ Slightly Josh on TikTok, because Slightly Josh was taken. Boo hiss.
That is a slight against Josh.
I know.
I'm, of course, Tall Trey. You can find me, talltreycomedy.com. Google me, Tall Trey Comedy, or go to any comedy show in Middle Georgia. Thank y'all. Again, Thank y'all for listening. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be somebody worth looking up to.
And remember to mind your